So affirmations are one of the most popular methods I have seen for people to get results in personal development and with the law of attraction. But affirmations don't always work, and there's a really good reason for that. So today I wanted to make a video for you guys telling you the secret to making your affirmations actually work for you. So if you want to find out what that is, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a mindset coach and spiritual business advisor, and you have found my YouTube channel where I create 2 new videos for you guys every week, all about the art of combining mindset and manifestation together in order to create your best life. So if you are interested in up-leveling your life, in transforming your world through the art of manifestation, then be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So affirmations are one of those things that kind of divides people into 2 different camps. There's the people that really love affirmations, and there are the people that really don't think that they work. And I'm kind of in the in-between camp. I have seen them work wonders. I understand the reasons why they work, and I also understand the reasons why they sometimes don't work. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few ideas and a few tricks for you guys to hack affirmations so they actually work for you. Because really, if you can figure out how to get them to work, then why wouldn't you want them to do that, right? So first, before we jump into it, let's talk about what an affirmation is. And an affirmation is really just a sentence, a thought, a belief, something very simple that you are choosing to repeat to yourself over and over and over again, with the hopes that you will eventually internalize this belief or this thought or this pattern into your subconscious brain, and therefore have it become part of your basic belief structure, right? So when it comes to manifesting, you might use a belief like I am already wealthy, something like that. So you're working with the idea of what you already want to have. It can be something like I am really confident, or I am really happy, or I am really supported. Like, these are very simple things that can be used as affirmations to help you feel more confident, more loved, more successful as you go throughout your day. And of course, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So let's talk though about how they are supposed to work and why they maybe aren't working for you. So the way affirmations are supposed to work is through the magic of repetition. So I have been talking a lot on this channel recently about subconscious mind, reprogramming your subconscious mind. And if there's one takeaway you get from that, is that we all have a lot of beliefs that are very deeply embedded in our subconscious brain. And that doesn't mean we can't change these things, but it does mean that it usually takes us a bit of work in order to do that. That's because we have been believing these things for our whole entire life. So these things have been repeated by us over and over and over again. So if we want to change one belief for another one, it only makes sense that we need to repeat the new belief over and over and over again to make it our de facto belief instead of the old belief, right? So we're just replacing one with the other, but it takes a little bit of repetition to get there. So repetition is a way that we can reprogram our subconscious mind, but there is a problem that comes up before that might have the chance to happen when it comes to affirmations. So a big reason why affirmations might not be working for you is because you aren't bringing them into your subconscious mind. And one of the big reasons that that might be happening is because you have created cognitive dissonance. So cognitive dissonance is basically your brain really understanding that the things that you are thinking, the things that you are wanting to think, is completely not the reality, right? So you can see how that might become a problem if you are, for example, trying to manifest money or trying to work on bringing money into your life, and your affirmation is something like, I am a wealthy person, but part of your brain is like, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. Every time you think of it, right? You're creating almost a bigger gap in between where you are and where you want to go, because your brain is concentrating on the fact that you aren't there. So cognitive dissonance is a big problem because we are trying to work with our brain. We are trying to reprogram our brain. And if we're creating this internal struggle within our brain, we're not really doing that, right? So I'm going to give you a bunch of tips today for how to use affirmations the right way. But to start things off, the first thing that I want you guys to think about when it comes to affirmations is maybe you are jumping too far, right? So most of us, we have maybe a negative thought about ourselves, like, I hate my body, I don't love my body, whatever. If you have a negative thought about your body and you want to have this new belief of, I love my body is great, I appreciate my body, But maybe the jump in between the two thoughts is way too big. And maybe when you're trying to use your affirmation, you are just feeling like a failure and you're feeling like there's no point in you doing this and you're feeling like the whole act is really silly, right? And that is all just a big sign of cognitive dissonance. And so one of the ways you can get around cognitive dissonance is by not going all the way to the good thing, but by first making a pit stop in the middle and going to a neutral place. So instead of going from I hate my body to I love my body, you go to I have a body. There is a body here, I'm in it. That's the way it is, right? So this is about training your brain to default to a neutral thought, a thought that doesn't make you feel one way or the other. Like having a body, that's a neutral thought. We all have a body that shouldn't make you feel good or bad either way, right? So maybe you need to not jump all the way over into the good thing. Maybe you need to stop in the middle and train yourself to think a neutral thought before you can make the jump into the good stuff, because otherwise maybe the bridge is too big and there's too much of a thing for you to jump. That's just going to create chaos inside of you and have this internal struggle going, which we really want to avoid. So the second tip I wanted to give you guys today, and this is sort of a two-parter tip, but if you really want to anchor your belief, your new belief, your affirmation into your subconscious mind, we need to make sure that your subconscious mind really understands it and really believes it. So one of the reasons why the belief that you're trying to reprogram might be so difficult is A, because it has been repeated to yourself over and over and over again for your whole entire life, but B, because over those years that you've been believing this in this idea about yourself, you have also amassed a whole ton of proof that you are right about what you believe in. So I want you to think right now about what you are trying to replace your thought. Like, I want you to think of your affirmation, and every time you pick an affirmation, that really means that you're trying to shift another thought. So think about what the thought is that you're trying to shift. Now, I want you to take a few minutes and think about this, and think about a few times in your life when you proved to yourself that this negative idea about you was true. Okay, so think about the times where you proved this idea to be true. And when you're done with that, I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to sit down again, think about it for a few more minutes, and now think about some time in your life that this wasn't true, where the opposite thing was true, where this idea was not accurate, right? So your brain loves to default to these ideas because your brain loves to think it's right. But if you challenge yourself, you can come up with this other proof. So this is step number 2. Step number 2 is looking for proof. So I want you to start looking for proof that your affirmation is true. And you can start doing that now as you go through your day. You can start to look for anything that aligns with this new idea that you want to incorporate. Anything that aligns with it, you can decide is proof. And I would suggest writing it down somewhere so you don't forget. But I also really want you to go back and look at your past and look for times in your life where this affirmation was true for you. Because I can guarantee you there are times in your life when you felt wealthy, when you felt fit, when you felt loved, when you felt whatever, right? Like, I know it's really hard to reprogram this stuff because your brain is so good at filtering out those instances. But if you challenge yourself, I guarantee you there are some times that you can think of right now where the complete opposite belief was true, where your affirmation was true, I should say. So challenge yourself to come up with them and write them all down, okay? Write them all down, and like I said before, as you go through your day, as you go through your week, if you find any circumstances where things appear to be proof of your new belief, write those down too, because the second part of this one is to go and look back at this proof. Okay, so this is what we're doing here, you guys. We are looking for proof that something is true because your brain really wants proof before it'll really believe something. So if we feed it a diet of proof, that's really going to help it to actually anchor in and actually start working for you the way you want it to. But again, repetition is the key here, and the more proof that you can amass, that really makes a big difference. So you need to be looking out for proof in your daily life, but I also want you to go back and review the proof that you've already created, because we're just trying to really create this really strong belief inside of you that your affirmation is true. When you can get your subconscious brain on your side, and you do that through showing it people that have what you want, things that, you know, went your way, all of that stuff, once you can do that, your brain will start to default to your affirmation, and that is really where we want it to go. So to sum up, affirmations do work in theory, just a lot of us get things wrong by either trying to jump way too far into the future, or giving up before we've done the repetitive work, or before we've created enough proof for the affirmation to actually sink into our subconscious. But if you can take these tips today, if you can start to go from a place of negativity to a neutral place, and then from a neutral place to a positive place, and also use proof as a way of really anchoring in your new affirmation, that is how you can actually get an affirmation to work for you. And affirmations really are easy, free, you can do them anywhere. So I really suggest you start working with this stuff, especially if there's something in your life that you want to change. After all, it's all subconscious reprogramming work. Once your brain, once your self-worth is all on board with what you want, you will get the things that you want in life. So this stuff is super important. So I hope everything in this video made sense. Which part did you get the most inspiration from? I would love to know what you guys learned in this specific video today. So thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I really hope that you picked up something useful from this process. And again, I really encourage you to go out and try this in your own life. If you like this video, if you got something out of it, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you want to learn more about me, come on over to my website, and I have an amazing free class for you guys to sign up for called How to Feel Better. This will really help you to start managing your emotions and start to feel more confident in your life. And if that's something you're interested in, come on over and sign up. I'd love to see you in class. If you want to watch more from me, you can check out my latest upload right here. And if you want to hang out with me for the long haul, go ahead and subscribe right here. Other than that, I'll be back in the next one. So until then, I'm wishing you an amazing week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.